Hey you guys, it's a Psycho once again. And some of you might be asking this question. What characters should I be playing in Guild Wars 2? Now for everybody that may be different, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you my opinions on each class, starting one for each video, and maybe I can help you figure out what exactly you want to play, or just give you some insight on the characters. So we're going to be starting out with what my favorite class is, and that is the Guardian. Let's go ahead and talk about the pros of the Guardian and what I think is the best parts about them. So the Guardian, with most of their attacks, have a subsequential effect that goes along with it. Be it causing retaliation, or giving regeneration, giving allies buffs, or taking away their conditions. Almost everything that they do will also have a subsequent effect. This allows them to do a multiple amount of rolls in just one build. The Guardian also has a large amount of weapons in their arsenal, be it mace, shield, one-handed sword, torch, focus, scepter, staff, greatsword, hammer. They have all sorts of choices that lets them cater to what they need to get done. On top of that, they also have virtues, and the virtues are really what makes the Guardian the Guardian. Right off the bat, they already have the ability to cause passive fire, passive blocks, and passive healing to themselves. And when activated, it gives it to their allies as well. Now, further into the game, they will soon be able to get things like shorten the cooldowns on those, or bonus effects from activating them, and this becomes really powerful. I know for a fact that one of my favorite combinations in this game right now is going 15 into the precision tree. This allows it so that every time you kill something, it recharges your fire. In PvE, this is amazing, because just about every 4 or 5 seconds, you can get everybody in your team a fire attack. That's really potent on your team's DPS. And on top of that, when you go into 15, it allows you to also blind the enemy whenever you activate it. So you're constantly blinding nearby foes and giving your allies fire. This is a really powerful combination, and I'll probably use it in almost all my PvE builds. Now they have a large amount of healing utilities as well, which makes them very powerful in what they need to get done. They have the ability to pull away all conditions off of enemies and just give them a slew of buffs. And they have a passive trait that allows them to do more damage per buff. And when you have 8 buffs on, you are just dominating. Like, it does so much damage, I don't even know how else to explain it. On top of that, they have ways to just keep allies alive via protection, or keep themselves alive with retaliation, or protection, or blocks. Blocks is another thing, is they get plenty of blocks as well if you want to build them that way. Now there is a huge disadvantage to the Guardians, and it's probably their biggest Achilles heel. Their ranged combat is very weak. They don't have weapons that perform large amounts of damage constantly. The staff is mostly used for support, giving buffs to allies like might and swiftness, but it never has any steady damage to enemies. It's very low. And on top of that, the scepter also has a low amount of damage, and yet again fulfills that role of supporting allies. And seeing as that's their only 2 ranged weapons, they really don't excel at it. So in things like World v Worlds, they're going to have to stay on the sidelines and buff allies until they can find that weakest link to swoop in and take them out. Besides that, the Guardian really does not have too many weaknesses. His signets are all on short cooldowns. All of his shouts and stuff have huge implications to allies. He can grant regeneration and protection with just 1 shout, or pull all conditions off an enemy and give 10 buffs, like I said, and then another skill will allow him to turn all those conditions into more boons. So it's just phenomenal. Now his ultimates aren't that great. The power ultimate doesn't really do that much damage. The heal ultimate is ridiculous though. I feel that it's a little overpowered in the fact that it makes him feel like they're the best option for healing. And I don't like that. He has an invulnerability one that recharges his virtues, but that one's really not too helpful either, because it's on a 90-second cooldown and it makes him invulnerable, but he can't attack. All in all, the Guardian has a lot of abilities. He can be the support, he can be damage mitigator, and he can be DPS, depending on how you want to make him. Now I will be making some builds for these guys that I will be putting out very soon, and I hope that you did like this video. Give that a like if you did like it, subscribe if you do like the channel, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.